folks. Not true, stalks. Good girls. All right, so I brought my drone out here. I don't know if I even kicked off this video, but we'll just roll with it because that's the state of my brain. Trying to get some really good like sunset vibes, golden hour. It's so dusty outside. The combine is dirty. The dust is lingering. I tested this corn. It's sitting at like 10% moisture. So she's dry, extremely dry. We did the 007 at my house today. We did the 007 just right across the same section there, and then now we are in this 007, all the same variety here, hanging out. The other stuff was really good, except for where we had gravel hills, light ground, and then obviously where the raccoons decided to kind of, I think that's cow poop on my nose. I love that for me, guys. I love that. Anyways, is it just another day? Yep. So corn did really well, besides obviously like gravel hills like I mentioned and where the raccoons were. The big issue with gravel hills this year is that when we got those 15 inches of rain in a couple of days, it washed away all of the nutrients there. So your P and K that corn needs to thrive. And essentially the corn plant kind of just like starved of nutrients on those gravel hills just because there's nothing to hold it in. The water just goes so fast, it took everything with it. So outside of that, it did well. It's just kind of the environment this year, not optimal in some soil types for corn. So we're rolling. That thing is dirty. Do you see how dusty it is? Yikes. Even the tractor over there is gnarly looking. You can just see it. It looks foggy. That's just dust. That's how dry it is. So we're gonna walk over here and look at the corn a little bit further into the field. Obviously end rows are taken off and then we're always in there. So I'm gonna go for a walk here when I know I won't get ran over. There's definitely more corn stalks up here than there was at my house. This field did catch a couple more rains in the last couple months when it was really dry. There was one day we got sprinkles and they got like an inch up here. So that definitely was a little helpful, but there's a little bit less gravel hills too here. So we'll see what she looks like over here. It was really warm today. Now I'm cold. Par for the course. All right. I mean, they're full. A little bit shorter ear here, but still full. Not a lot of tip back over here anyways. Another one that's pretty full. So, very uniform again. The 007 was very uniform last year. These ears aren't, massive, but consistency tends to win over massive ears. So we definitely got some plants that have, ears that are smaller versus the ones where they're bigger than my hand. Dad said it's definitely yielding the best so far here. I think, well, no. My field, I think, did the worst at my house, but there's a lot more gravel hills, and then the one side of the field, and then obviously the little areas where the raccoons just took the corn down. There was more than, just the one. But then the field in the same section across the way was doing really well, at least doing better than that one. And then this one looks to be a little more consistent, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't at like the intermediate second field they did. So we'll see. Weather, growing conditions, weird this year. That problem with excessive moisture is it can kind of wash away some of those nutrients when you fertilize and you put on P&K. So I'm sure that's going to affect some of our yields. And from across the board in our area, from what we've talked to people, it is very all over the place in regards to yields. So I think the best corn we chopped for silage. We do have that corn too that looks really rough and that poorly drained soil. That'll be interesting to see how that does. But this is our... We only have a couple fields left. Like, we're getting down there in corn already. It's been a big day for it. And then obviously wiping out a bunch of that we chopped takes out a lot of our corn. So it's 18 around. So, and then obviously it's got some length to it. But I was hoping I'd get some really, I got some drone footage you'll see in this video. It just wasn't as like phenomenal as I was hoping when I came out here at like golden hour per se. The dust and the smoke around the area is just not gonna do it for us. Dad's rolling. All of us is being hauled home, so it's a mile and a third trek. Like, the farm is literally right there. I think it's like right there. So it's real close. But anyways, we'll see how it does. actually quitting for the night because you can't see anything with the dust. So, about that time, but you know, it is what it is. So anyways, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I think Mom and I are actually going to end up fencing another cornfield, the little one that got done today by the alfalfa field. Because we're only going to get like 50 bales off of it if we roll it up, and we'll be fine without them. So we are going to let cows out there, and it's going to be a good time. This is not fog. This is just dust from combining because we're so stinking dry. I was going to maybe try to go ride horse yet. I waited too long because obviously it's getting dark out, but this is miserable outside, you guys. It's just not it. It's ugh. Good work. You did it. Last post. Woo! Let it be known that we did this without skid loader. So now Mom and I, our shoulders are a little sore. We're done. No truth, folks. That's what I'm talking about. 9.2. Hell yeah. Good girls. There, girls. Bunch of babies like, what are we doing, guys? This is scary. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. There we go. Now they just gotta learn their border fence because they haven't been let out here before. Not like at my house where they know where it doesn't go all the way to the corner. But they are pretty content. We put the fence just a touch lower than normal. Just because calves can be little buttholes. Type of fun, but they're very happy. There's a lot of good stuff out here. There's some ears of corn they'll find and corn on the ground. So plus they eat the weeds and some of the grass and the fence line. You just kind of gotta keep an eye on them for a little bit because all it takes is one of them hitting the fence so hard. And then you're like, oh man, here we go. But it's pretty hot, so hopefully we're good to go. There's some nice calves out here. Lots of my big heifers are out here to test for hopeful replacements, so we'll see. Here we go, folks. And she's off on a mission to go rake so we get 1,300 bales. We got almost 300 already, so 1,000 to go. The bale is being wrapped. Wasn't that wrapped quick? And he's gonna pop her out. There she goes. This for bedding and for feed. We grind hay and corn stalks in a kind of a mix, so fill some of the dry matter for the barn.